Mark, do you want to do a sound test?
Round 22 of the RAA NPLSA. Tune in 10 minutes for the live action here. Theo, do you want to have a quick chat, my friend?
Yes, I will.
How's all things going?
All is going very well, thank you. Welcome. Nice and warm weather here. Well, it is warm with 3 jackets on.
Well, it's 3 jackets, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've got the jumper on and that is it. So.
Well, it could be a... I've got a funny feeling. I think the title's going to be won here tonight.
So you're picking Birkalla to take the title. Oh, there's a big call. We'll get to that one live on air. But tune in from just before 7 o'clock for this round 22 clash here at Jack Smith Park.
Can you turn up the game just a tad? Yeah, just both of them, just a touch.
Live on that?
How's that sounding now? Is that better?
Yep, yeah. Is that better? Hopefully a lot better for all of us.
Hopefully.
A little bit more from you, Mark.
Yeah.
No, just talk of it.
Yeah.
So we'll cover this live on air when the game starts. Theo, you think Birkalla are going to take the title out tonight?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a draw tonight.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in higher levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Yeah. Cool.
Good evening and welcome to Jack Smith Park for round 22 of the RAA NPLSA, where the final chapter of the regular season is about to be written. Tonight, everything is on the line, It's second place Birkalla taking on 7th place Adelaide United, with both sides entering tonight knowing that nothing less than victory will do. For Adelaide United, the equation is simple: win and keep their finals dream alive as they chase down Croydon in a desperate race for 6th spot. For Birkalla, the stakes could not be higher. 3 points are essential, but their destiny remains intertwined with events unfolding elsewhere. As the action unfolds here at Jack Smith Park, everyone connected with Birkalla will be keeping one eye on this contest and the other one at Solution Park, where Adelaide City take on FK Beograd, and the home side could have a major say in the destination of this year's premiership. One result here, one result there, and the entire title race could be turned on its head. The prize? More than the premiership. Top spot earns the opportunity to represent South Australia against the Nationals elite in the Australian Championship. Every RAA NPLSA fixture kicks off tonight at 7 p.m, and throughout the evening we'll keep you updated on all the twists, turns and drama from around the grounds as this season reaches its thrilling conclusion. I'm Mark Talbot, and joining me in the commentary box tonight is the one and only Theo Milonas. Theo, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for the warm invite. Well, it's actually not that warm, but yeah, it's practice tonight should be a really interesting game because I think the title could. I had a chat to you before we started. I think the title could be won today. Here.
So you're predicting a win, a loss, or a draw for Adelaide City?
Yep.
Well, that's a big shout. I'll hold you to that one. Let's see how that plays out. We're going to run through the lineups, starting with the home side this evening. Number 4, Kane Vidmar. Number 5, Jared Clark. Number 7, Tyrese Conway. Number 8, George Blackwood. Number 10, Dylan Klassen Thomas. Number 14, Nathan Anajanto. Number 16, Alex Sakonis. Number 18, Yohei Matsumoto. Number 20, captain, goalkeeper, Nicholas Harpus. Number 22, Alan Walsh. And number 27, Austin Ayubi. And your lineup for your Adelaide United red side: Ryder Dalton, number 35. Number 40, captain, goalkeeper, Ethan Cox. Number 47, Mutsa Mupandawana. Number 48, Bay Versace. Number 52, Satirius Phyllis. Number 53, Emerson Koenig. Number 61, Iluka Wooten. Number 62, Fabian Taladera. Number 73, Jacob Cabazo. Number 75, Fabian Grelli. And number 85, Declan Cooper Ndambuki. Your coaching staff for Adelaide United: Dangakoy, Rian Del Nido and Will Plush. As we get underway here with Adelaide United kicking from left to right of your screen. And Birkalla have regained possession quickly. And your coaching staff for Birkalla: Stav Galekis, Matty Hearn and Michael Malaris. Your man in the middle on this big night, Henry Day, ably assisted by Judah Tan and Cameron Joy. And as you said, Theo, you're expecting a loss or a draw for Adelaide City against FK Beograd, but what are you expecting here, though?
I'm expecting a really tough tussle, actually. I think Burks might struggle to break down quite a young Adelaide United team. They are quite young, but I think Burks' physicality over the 90 minutes may wear them down. That's my guesstimation. Here we go.
As Birkalla putting Adelaide United under pressure early, and Taladera there getting an early free kick.
Yeah, there's a lot of new boys in Adelaide trying to work out where they all play and so forth. Just trying to think. I think there's some of the boys out there. Got a couple of regulars. Sotiri Phyllis. Got Fabian Taladera. And I know Ryder Dalton because I've coached him before. So yeah, I think Fabian's gone back to his left
back roll by the looks of it.
Yeah.
As Jared Clark comes through there, and Adelaide United regain possession. Looking through there, but Vidmar, who's had an outstanding season, clears that one up. And eventually clears, but not very far, as Adelaide United regain possession. Here's Dalton. That's going to go all the way through to Taladera on the far side. Taladera now keeps the ball moving. Back against Taladera. Eventually cleared by Birkalla.
Is that Ayubi out there?
It is Ayubi on the far side. Austin Ayubi, formerly of the Reds. The before that, Metro Stars, and before that he was here at Birkalla. And just talking about that, there are 27 started games for this young red side this season amongst the starting 11. As Blackwood's over the top, but that's offside. Does finish beautifully though. It doesn't count.
Yeah, so 27.
27 games started by this young red side today.
Okay.
Just to give you some context, Harpers or Welsh, any two players effectively from Birkalla could actually, you could say, have probably started more games this season. Just those two players. So Welsh and Harpers, or Welsh and Blackwood alone have started more games this season.
Okay. Well, it's let's see how they this really young red side go, and I think Will Plush is coaching them today in the absence of Mr. Vanis.
Who's over in Netherlands for the Otten Cup, which we did watch. I did tune into some of that last night.
Yeah, just having a chat to the some of the Football SA staff, not mentioning any names, but they did mention how high quality football it is, and you know the standard of football in overseas. And if you get a chance, go watch it.
As that's put through for Austin Ayubi to get to, but Phyllis gets there first and is happy to put that one out.
Yeah, and some of these boys, you know, it's an opportunity. You can grab it. It's grab it with both hands, because you know some of those boys in that program might hopefully get a gig in the Adelaide United first team, and then provides opportunities for somewhere else. And if you don't, well then you're in the window of lots of clubs looking at you.
That's certainly the case. Here's Anajanto on his left. Goes past one. He does look to hit, but does not hit that as well as he would have liked. And that goes all the way through to Cox, and he's going to get the ball moving again. Through Cooper Ndambuku. Out wide, it's Taladir on that far side. He goes down the line. That's going to go all the way out. Ushered out there by Clark. We will keep you abreast of any results across the NPL this evening, as the State League 1 has finished up shop for the season. 22 games have been played and all positions have finally been settled there. And we will run through those shortly if you haven't already seen. Welsh looking for Blackwood over the top, finds him. Here's Blackwood, he leaves it for Conway. Conway now into the box, cross, cut out there by Phyllis. Eventually cleared by Koenig here. Here comes wide to Pandawana. Switch looking to that far right side, but Matsumoto cuts it out. Ayubi inside, but again, Adelaide United win out. Pandawana cuts inside, up against Anajanto, beats one. Eventually wide as Anajanto takes a tumble off the ball. The first shot in anger there, but blocked by Clark. Ayubi. I have to admit, Theo, the Adelaide United boys are a lot more physical than I was expecting, as that ball's played through and he's not going to get there.
Well, look, they're young boys that are always playing up 2 or 3 years or 4 years or 5 years against older opposition, so an extra couple of years probably wouldn't really matter. But over the course of the game, of 90 minutes of that batter, if it stays at 0-0, that's when I think Burks could wear them down. But they have clear talent. They're out there for a certain reason. They can all play, all come through the program. Excellent, great ball with the ball at their feet. You know, but what they do lack is those games, and you know, that not knowing where their player's going to go. Are they going to go in? Are they going to play? Oh, look, they have a set play that the coach will try to implement, but we'll see how we go.
Here's Blackwood down the line. Eventually goes out for a corner off Koenig.
This could be quite dangerous, set pieces as well.
Birkalla certainly have the height.
Yeah, and you know, they have practiced them, and the Adelaide United boys wouldn't have had the opportunity to work much with the current boys in the first 11, so see what happens set pieces. But Ethan Coxey in goals.
Gives him a bit of experience.
Yeah. You know how important the goalkeeper is.
As Clarkson Thomas swings this one in, and it's cleared eventually by Adelaide United, and that's going to be a free kick there. It does surprise me that Clarkson Thomas is taking that corner with his height and ability in the box.
Yeah, maybe a Tsakonis could have taken it. Conway.
Yeah, I've seen Tsakonis take a number of corners, so it did surprise me a little bit, but maybe a different game plan this evening as that goes out on the far side. And here's Cabazo. Welsh now for Birkalla. Adelaide United certainly playing quickly as Ayubi's onto this one. Gets there in front of Phyllis. Ayubi now wide on the far side. Crosses looking for Blackwood. Blackwood can't get there. Conway can, and he puts his header over the bar.
We actually have had a goal already. Actually two.
2 goals in the RA NPLSA. It's come in to form of Adelaide City taking a 1-0 lead over FK Beergrad, and Playford taking a 1-0 lead over West Adelaide in their clash. And that's brought to you by One World LED. One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions as we tick over 9 minutes played here at Jack Smith Park.
And earlier on, just before, we had big first versus second in the State League 1, and Raiders 1-0 win.
Take out the title, they get automatic promotion. After getting relegated last year, 1 year in State League 1, they're back out of it. As Clark, which does put Olympic back into the final series. Puts them into the final series, now having to win the final series to gain promotion after finishing second on the table. I think they finished second.
Second, yep.
Yeah, even with that loss.
Yep, and actually no.
Did they drop to third?
Yeah, Mudbury is now second.
Yeah, with their win today.
Wow, yep.
Yeah, I thought that might happen.
Olympic third, Fulham fourth, Blue Eagles fifth, Adelaide Victory sixth.
Adelaide Atletico.
Yes.
They haven't updated that yet.
Yes.
Yes, so
Atletico,
that's so who missed out on finals that we were expecting? Cumberland.
That's a big loss. Yeah.
Missed out on finals. They just re-announced Phil Stubbins during the week as their coach moving forward for 2027. As that's forward to Clarkson Thomas, he can't bring that under control.
I think their cup run probably took a little bit out of them, and maybe the lack of depth.
It certainly takes a squad to win things these days. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's actually no one has really settled into this the first 10 minutes. What do you think?
No, neither side have settled. It's been very fast action, but neither side able to put their foot on the ball properly and just play. Both still feeling each other out. Like I said, Adelaide United are a lot more physical than I was expecting. As the ball is with the Reds on the far side, surrounded by Birkalla players. Here's Talladega, goes all the way back to Phyllis. Phyllis across to Nimbag. The Dambuki. I will get that right by the end of this evening as Conway goes back to Vidmar and then plays to Anajanto. Anajanto looks to go long, but he skews that one wide, and that's out for a throw-in.
There's some quite young boys on the bench as well. The Adelaide United team, so
their whole side's young.
Yeah, a couple more goals actually. It's 11 minutes in. Campbelltown 2, Sturt Lions 0.
Oh, Sturt needing to win that. If they win and results go their way, they've got a 7-goal swing. They could play finals.
Wow,
but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, they conceded in the 4th and the 6th minute, and Comets scored in the 7th minute against Para Hills. So a lot happening, just not here yet.
Just not here yet, no, as Ayubi gives that one away to Bay Versace on the far side. He looks for Cabazo. Yeah, there is Cabazo now. Back to Dalton. Dalton goes wide again on that far side. Up against Matsumoto, cuts inside. Does Bay Versace. Cleared by Welsh. Here's Ayubi looking for Clarkson Thomas. Here's Blackwood. Birkalla also with a couple of injuries this evening as Zoe Sakani is out after making his return not so long ago. And LeCornu is also another absence. He did make his return, and then he got injured last week, unfortunately, with his calf. So he'll be out, I would say, for probably the rest of the season. Hopefully not. Hopefully only a couple of weeks, as that's looking for Klassen Thomas, and eventually cleared. And now here's Koenig. Pandawana up against Anajanto. That's going to be a physical battle for him tonight against Anajanto. And Anajanto wins out. Inside to Blackwood now. Leading goal scorer in the league is Blackwood with 21 goals. Gets another one tonight. That's a goal a game for the season.
That's exceptional talent. I think you and I have had a couple of games here, and I think from memory that that game that they played Playford, that 3-3 draw, was probably one of my highlights of this year.
Here is Blackwood in the box now. Looks to cross, but he's shielded out of it and eventually goes out. And the ref's not sure which way this is going to go, and eventually gives a goal kick. And do you know, going back to Blackwood, it's actually easier to pick the sides he hasn't scored against than it has to write down all the teams he has scored against.
Who's he not scored against?
He's blanked in round 6 against Metro, round 9 against Playford, round 11 against Adelaide United, round 15 against FK Belgrade, round 17 against Metro Stars, and he's got 2 braces in round 3, round 10. His first hat-trick actually was against Sturt in round 16, but he scored again the other week and scored 3 and 4 in the last few weeks. So he's certainly found the net, but yeah, it's easier to work out who he hasn't scored against.
I think he's felt sorry for Adelaide United, but he because past employer, but tonight I tell you, he won't be feeling sorry for him.
Certainly not, as Dalton switches that out to Bay Versace. Can't keep that one in. He did keep it in. Apologies. Here is Bay Versace. Looks to cross. No. Cuts it back. Does cross eventually, got blocked by Ayubi. It was interesting to see that battle just in front of us, Theo, with Anajanto again. I thought he was pushed in the back, but the ref said play on.
Yeah, play the whistle, boys. Don't know what the referee's going to do, so just continue playing until the referee blows that whistle.
There's Cooper Ndambuki back to Cox.
Yeah, I think Burks have actually given a bit too much respect, because you give these Adelaide United boys a bit of time and they'll exploit it.
We'll certainly look to play as Taladera overruns that one, and Clark then clears. Finds Klassen Thomas. Klassen Thomas muscles his way through. There's Blackwood now. Finds Ayubi in a little bit of space. Ayubi kept himself on side very well. Finds Klassen Thomas in the box. Klassen Thomas cuts it back, but cut out there by Ndambuki, as he was looking for Blackwood in the late run.
It was 4v2 then, and he just couldn't find that pass, which is the hardest thing to do in football. That final pass, that final into goals. Just couldn't get it, unfortunately.
Klassen Thomas with 6 goals this season. I thought that would have been 7. I thought he would have taken the shot from there.
Yeah, like I said, like I mentioned previously, I've done a couple of games with you here, and Dylan started off Klassen Thomas. He hasn't reached as high as many goals, and I think Stav Jalekis mentioned that he hasn't scored as much, but he's done everything else. He's provided a real presence. He's assisted. He's scored some goals.
He scored 6, but he's become a bit more all-rounder this year than just goals. He's played also normally wider too. He's actually normally played as a wide player. Tonight he's playing through the middle with Zakani out, injured. He's taking up that role through the middle.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, the Blackwood, Takani. I think Takani was on just sitting. He's watching over the sideline, so he's a big out for them, because you actually don't know what he's going to do and what positions he goes in. It's actually quite difficult for the opposition to mark up against him. So
as that's thrown in, he's the one thing with Sakani is he had a really good understanding with Blackwood, and they would alternate really well through the early part of the season. As Andiano finds Conway with that throw in. Welsh looking for Klassen Thomas now. Klassen Thomas in the box. Eventually cleared, and then cleared further by Saturi Phyllis. It's a big up and under, and Clark does very well to deal with that, and his partner in crime at the back there, Vidmar, clears. Here's Cabazo. Beats one. Brought down there by Sakonis, and a free kick.
Yeah, and Adelaide United will transition quickly because of that extreme speed they have going forward. So that's something that Burks would have to stay very wary of. I think Stav will be aware of that as well, and his coaching staff will clearly advise him. Might be that I'll stop talking for a second. Might be that his 6 probably doesn't go up as high, and his 2 centre backs don't push as high. But it all depends on what his right back and left back are doing. So
here is Conway getting forward, and Cooper and Dambuki is there, but he's out-muscled by Tyrese Conway. Conway now up against Koenig into the box, goes past him, and that's well dealt with by Dalton covering. And eventually they play out through Koenig, and he goes wider and then long by Cooper and Dambuki, but not as far as he would have hoped, and then eventually cleared
Grelly,
into the sidelines there by Grelly.
Both Dalton and Grelly, excellent ball players. Dalton is very left-footed. Will use that ball very well. Seen him do some magical stuff on the park. So, but at this level, you got a lot less time to do those magical things, and got to do the smart things. Got a really good crowd at Burks today. Lots of home supporters in anticipation of what could be, possibly, big result tonight. And I think it's going to be a big result tonight for Sturt. Currently 3-0 down after 17 minutes.
Okay, that's a bit of a worry for Sturt. They are safe from relegation, as we know. Para Hills and Comets both down as Ayubi over this ball. He goes far post, looking for the tall timber. Welsh gets there first, back across. Cox comes out and claims. But yes, so Sturt, really nothing major to play for. They do have a very outside chance, but that's become even further outside as they need the 7-goal swing and results to go their way. Do have all the permutations written down, actually. I did check on that during the week, as it looks like Bay Versace on the far side. We'll play back to Taladera. Adelaide City, all they need to do is win. But in saying that, that's all they need to do. I make it sound a lot easier than what it is, as Conway cuts that one out. Here is Conway now. He's got Ayubi outside of him, and he finds him. Here's Ayubi now. Into the box onto his right. Still has it. Looks to go past Koenig, and eventually crowded out by Ndambuki. He goes line looking for Cabazo. Sorry, Mupandawana. Sakonis does very well there. Comes away with it, and here's Anajanto.
Typical Tonus is goes in hard in for the ball, but it's still very delicate, and it's just beautiful touch on him. I've been so impressed with his game this year. He's really got up another level. He's keeping Yatesy out of the team.
He certainly is.
For the moment, anyway.
But what a player to be able to have on the bench and bring on when needed.
Did he have an injury?
He did have an injury at one stage. He also missed a game through suspension.
Okay.
As Walsh turns away and plays Vidmar. Vidmar then goes high to Anajanto. Anajanto then wide to Conway. Conway loses out to Koenig. So West Torrens Birkalla have to win. Then they have to rely on Adelaide City losing or drawing. But the qualification after that, it's all very interesting. Metro can't really go anywhere. They're not going to get caught by fourth place as that ball's delivered. Cleared by Phyllis, but that's up and under. That could bring rain. Bouncer still in the box.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, exactly. Eventually cleared. And Vidmar's going to get there first. Vidmar with an outstanding season is crunched there by Phyllis, and Matsumoto under pressure. And Clark happy just to put his foot through that, and it's we'll say that's a shot on target.
Yeah, he'll claim that. He'll say in his stats, I had a shot at goals, guys, and I got it on target.
Again, Clark having another outstanding season this year as well at the back for Birkalla. Vanuatu international.
I can probably do a bit of an update since we're about 20 minutes in. LA City currently still 1-0 up at White City. West Adelaide have just equalised against Playford City. They are now 1-1. Sturt Lions are 3-0 down to Campbelltown at home. You know the score here. Metro Stars and Croydon are 0-0 as well. And Comets are 2-0 up after 20 minutes against Para Hills.
I would call that a relegation battle. It is, because both teams have been relegated. So that will be a State League 1 fixture next season, as Welsh looks to release Conway. Conway gets in behind with a great touch. Conway in the box, hits it. Cox does enough to stop it. Great play there from Birkalla. Going back to the qualifications, FK Beergrad and Playford, 33 and 32 points. Both teams have mathematically secured finals football. This round will only dictate whether they finish 4th or 5th. Croydon, currently on 30 points, holds the final playoff spot. They're guaranteed finals if they win against Metro. If they draw or lose, they risk being leapfrogged by Adelaide United if Adelaide United win. So Adelaide United must win to have any chance of playing finals football.
Okay. Well, you know what they think about winning because they've just sent their best team to Holland. It's all about development.
Certainly is.
Because no use having a good squad and not being able to test them. You might as well test them against some of the world's best. So take it.
And they certainly are at the moment up against the likes of Palmeiras and PSV so far. Zayubi almost beats Taladera to the ball, but Taladera does very well and then releases it to Versace and gets it back now. Taladera goes wide to Cabazo. Cabazo keeps it in on that far side and back to Versace. Versace able to run at them. Looks to go in behind to Taladera, but the flag has gone up as it does finish in the back of the net. But just like Birkalla's effort earlier, it is ruled out for offside.
Yeah, just watching the Adelaide United boys warm up now at the 20-minute mark. They've gone to warm up. They're quite young. A couple of them played in the game before, so yeah.
And chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Proud sponsors of the RAA NPLSA.
And I hope I've switched off the car lights.
Otherwise you might be ringing them after this game, Theo.
Yeah, lucky I'm a gold member.
That's all right. I reckon we had this discussion last time. I reckon you certainly outranked me there. I'm only a silver.
Yeah.
As Sakonis flicks that onto Klassen Thomas, out to Blackwood. Blackwood down the line to Conway. Koenig's got to catch him. Conway up against Koenig, and he's supported there by Pandawana. And he comes away with it, and Conway fights back for it. Eventually falls inside. And Dalton just hits that one long, and Vidmar's going to clean up for Birkalla. He's going to go all the way back to captain and goalkeeper in Harpus.
The striker for Adelaide United, Wooten, he looks a lot like Taladera, Harry Crawford. The same hairstyle.
Mate, from this distance, they all look the same. As that's long for Klassen Thomas. Yeah, funny, actually, I only recognise them if they've got a number on their back. I've seen them, some of the players up close, and I have no idea who you are. Turn around, I need to see the number on the back, or I can tell by the way they run. Yeah. But seeing their face up close, I have no idea who they are half the time.
Yeah, you're going to tell them when they're in their civvies and their casual clothes, you're going to walk around with your number on your back.
Yeah. What number do you play under? What number are you wearing? Adelaide United do have the high numbers, as you can imagine. Here is Cooper and Dambuki inside, but cut out by Sakonis. Here's Klassen Thomas now. He looks to release Blackwood and does so. Here's Blackwood now looking to get into the box. Does so. Goes wide, cuts it across, and there's Klassen Thomas, and there's goal number 1. Birkalla 1-0 in the 26th minute. Klassen Thomas.
And it's we finally got a goal here, and that might go down to Belgrade. That there's been a goal here, and might be a bit of pressure on Adelaide City, but no, it's only very, very early on. It's a 25th minute. This is actually really good for Burks because the longer it was going to go on, probably the more in your shell. But Burks has got so much quality, and that was a really good run by Blackwood.
Oh, it was fantastic, and a great late run from Klassen Thomas. Right. And this is the thing, Birkalla have goal scorers all over the park. When you look at it, like I said, Blackwood, yes, leading the way with 21 odd goals, but when you look at it, you've got Klassen Thomas. I think that's now his 6th goal of the season, maybe his 7th goal. It is his 7th goal for the year as well. So if you're getting 7 goals in the NPL for a striker, you normally go, yeah, that's great, because you've normally got other players around him scoring, and that's what they've got. Conway's got 4 this season, 3 or 4 this season. He's on 3 goals. Sakani's, I think he's on. Let me have a look. He's got 6 goals.
How about Lightning McQueen, Mr. Abdullahi?
Abdullahi, I tell you what, he's quick off the bench, isn't he? He's got 3 goals.
Yeah.
So there's goals across everywhere. Welsh has only got 3.
We haven't even said a Ubi yet.
And I was going to say, actually, I don't think he's got any yet. No, he hasn't scored yet. So that's a scary thought that he's still to get off the mark, and when he does, I think watch out. But they've got goals all over the park. I said Welsh has only scored 3 goals this season, and we all know he can score goals from anywhere in that box. As Vidmar goes long looking for Matsumoto, and it's nodded down forward to Versace by Taladera and kept in. But here is Sakonis inside to that man Austin Ayubi. And Adelaide United win the ball back. Dalton loses out eventually. Here is Ayubi now. He looks to play in Claston Thomas. That's in. Claston Thomas now in behind. Claston Thomas hits it, and he's hit that one wide. He's gone for the far post, and he's put it just wide of Cox's upright.
That ball by Ayubi, just the weight, the outside of the foot, everything was spot on, and Dylan's run was perfect. Didn't go offside, held his run. Just he made Sotiri Fitters think, maybe just should have stayed in bed this morning.
That was certainly a delightful ball by Ayubi. And this time Claston Thomas didn't look to cut it, he looked to shoot. He did everything right except put it in the back of the net.
So as a goalkeeper, former goalkeeper, you played in every single position, but the goalkeeper from it was the wrong way, he must have got his angles spot on.
Oh yes, definitely. He's forced him to go wide.
Yeah.
Made himself as big as possible. Coxie's no slouch when it comes to being sort of size-wise. He's tall, he's solid build. Would have made himself as big as possible. I do rate Cox as a goalkeeper. I do like the way he plays.
Yeah, I had him in my state team for 2 years in a row. Made him my captain the second year because of how good he was. He was a good boy.
And he captains this side this evening as well.
His only problem is his dad breaks for Everton.
I won't hold that against him. I don't mind the blue half of Liverpool, so that's fine. They let us buy Nico Arteta years ago, so I won't say anything. So as Conway ducks inside and then goes to Matsumoto on the far side. Matsumoto's going to do well to keep this in, and he does. Matsumoto now high up on the right-hand side. Crosses, but that's out over the back for a goal kick.
It's really disappointing. That was a really good move. Once again, like Conway showing his young defender that, football's only not just down the line. You can also tuck in as well. And beautiful change of pass. And Matsumoto got that ball in speed. Unfortunately, just couldn't get it across.
I think Birkalla now certainly the side to have settled the best into this game, as they have got the 1-0 lead thanks to a goal from Claston Thomas in the 26th minute. And as Cox goes long, Cabarzo gets there first and regains possession. He goes to Versace outside of him. Here is Cabarzo again. He goes all the way back to Cooper and Dambuki. I told you I'd get it by the end of the night.
Yeah, you got it. You got it on the third attempt. I'll still be struggling.
Phyllis to Taladera. Versace. Beautifully played there by Adelaide United. Versace cuts inside. He's forced back. Well defended there by Birkalla, and Dambuki goes all the way back to Ethan Cox in goal. As Ethan Cox looks for Pandawana in behind, but Vidmar's there, and so is Anajanto. Welsh. Welsh does very well to find George Blackwood in amongst all the Adelaide United players, and what a turn that is from Blackwood. Out of trouble now. Blackwood able to release Claston Thomas, but Claston Thomas brings it down, then he goes inside onto his right, finds Ayubi, but that's not the same page there as that goes out for a throw on the far side. I thought he might have left that for Conway then.
Yeah, I actually thought he'd backheel it because Conway had momentum, whereas Dylan didn't have that. So, but that's okay. That's why I'm up here and he's down there.
And the fact that we're a lot older. As Sakonis
just a little bit
loses out there, and Taladera comes away with it. Goes down the line. Great ball there. Here's Versace. Up against Matsumoto. Matsumoto, beautifully timed tackle there to win the ball back. And then Welsh goes down the line and slipped from Ayubi, but Adelaide United regained possession. Here's Dalton.
Yeah, Versace tried to do a move on Matsumoto that Matsumoto used to always do with defenders. So he said, I've seen that before.
Matsumoto, just the ever-present in this Birkalla side. He's played and started 22 games now. There's a slip there for Adelaide United. Here's Blackwood now. Blackwood running at the back line. It's opened up for him, and then he goes wide to Clayton Thomas on his favoured left, and he hits it, and he's hit that one over the bar. And Conway's asking him, why wasn't that given to me, Theo?
Yeah, that's twice now. He's actually made good runs twice, but because he's made a good run, for those people, young children watching on TV, on YouTube, just notice that doesn't matter, because you make a run and you're probably in a really good position, doesn't mean you're always going to get it, but what you do create is space for your teammates.
That's what it's all about, is finding space, and then if you can create it for someone else, as Adelaide United try and play out from the back. Here is Versace. Matsumoto playing high and put the pressure on. Phyllis. Eventually the ball goes out for a throw in, and thanks to One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. A quick run through of the games that were played today in State League 1 that were 5 o'clock kickoff. Adelaide Blue Eagles beating Eastern United 2-1. Salisbury United finishing the season with a win over Cobras 2-0. Raiders beating Olympic 1-0 and claiming the title. Cumberland losing to Mobbery 1-0. His Welsh goes wide to Conway, and there's one more game after that, and Conway swings it in, and Cox takes that one comfortably. And the last game, South Adelaide losing 3-1 to Adelaide Atletico, which means Cumberland miss out on finals football this season. And Adelaide Atletico, in their first year up in State League 1, take that final spot in State League 1.
Well, credit to them. It's not easy going up a league. They recruited obviously the right players, and they've got a strong philosophy culture at the club, so you take your hat off. It's a blueprint for a lot of other clubs as well.
It certainly is. As Birkalla play a little bit of head tennis, and then Walsh finds Conway in the end with some space to bring it down. And the other games today, there were games in the NPL Women's League. The finals kicked off today. Salisbury Inter beating Birkalla 2-1 in the prelim final, or not the prelim final, in the first final, the first semi-final. So the loser of that now plays the winner of the Campbelltown Comets game, which was the elimination final, and Campbelltown winning their 3-1 over Comets. So next week we will see Birkalla taking on Campbelltown.
Yeah, it was I watched both games. They were both very. Campbelltown and Comets game was quite physical. Comets actually scored first, and then Campbelltown worked their way into it. They got lots of quality in that team, so they ended up winning 3-1. And obviously Salisbury Inter have a date with West Adelaide next week.
They do. But West Adelaide are now without their leading goal scorer in Nina Yamada, because she has gone to Germany for an overseas opportunity.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see, because I was involved at Westies. They have an element of surprise at this current moment. You don't actually know who they're going to play up top. You don't know how they're going to play. So, that element of surprise, and they've got one of the best defences, let's not forget. So, and
they've got a squad as well.
Costa
could play effectively anyone through that middle, and they'll still get chances the way they play. As Adelaide United get us underway again, and Dambuki just looking for his options. Eventually goes to Koenig, and he goes inside, but that's cut out by Anajanto. Can Clayton Thomas get there first? The spin works in his favour. He plays Ayubi beautifully. Here's Ayubi into the box. Ayubi hits it straight into the hands of Cox. That would have been a training ground battle there.
I was just about to say the exact same thing. Great minds think alike. It would have been, look, I'll keep on warming you up, Coxie.
That's exactly right. Cox dealt with that one with relative ease. Positioning was on point there as Koenig cuts inside. Gorelli takes over and goes back to Ndambuki, and he weighs up his options, and he finds Dalton in some space, but cut out by Welsh. Welsh then gives it away. Ball through. Here's Wooten. Wooten cuts it in, and he scores! Great finish there from Wooten. He beats Harpus to his left-hand side, and Adelaide United make it one apiece in the 37th.
Like I said, they're not going to roll over. They're not going to give up. They're all young kids, all ready to have a go, and they love playing attacking football. So that's just a bit of a wake-up call for Bergs. Look, I think Bergs have had the majority of the chances and the play, but you switch off for a moment, they do have the quality and the speed to hurt you.
They certainly do, and they should do. I mean, that's the idea of this youth team, is to be able to attract and have the best youth players in the state to development for our Adelaide United men's side.
Yeah.
And Wooten put that away with an absolute Aplomb put through there. They won the ball back well in the midfield off Welsh, who won it and then lost it. And then they countered with devastating speed.
Well, it's quieting the crowd a little bit. They were a bit more, they were jovial up until that moment. They're a bit quiet now.
Certainly have quieted it. And it is, the good thing to see as well is that, as you can see in the footage, that whole clubroom side is actually, there's people lined up all the way along as Anajanto goes down and just asking the question of the lines assistant referee on this near side. There is people all the way around the fence line on that far side. It's 1 to 2 deep all the way around, but then this side as well.
Yeah.
There's people all the way around this side and people behind the goal. Birkalla into the box. Ayubi wins the corner.
I think Burks will strike back pretty quickly, I feel. But, yeah, no, great crowd for a bit of a chilly night, but touch wood, it hasn't rained so far.
So you guys, everyone's saying it's quite chilly. It's not really that cold at the moment. When I get the beanie out, you know that it's cold.
Yeah.
And the beanie hasn't come out yet, so it's not that cold just yet. We'll wait and see how it goes. It is supposed to get down to about 10 tonight, just to make you feel better, though, Theo.
Yeah, my wife actually said, "Oh, you sure? Why are you wearing a hat tonight? You just got a haircut." And I said, "It's going to be cold."
As Clarkson Thomas will sing this on him with his left. He goes high and far post. Welsh gets there first, looks to cut it back. Versace blocks and then cleared by Adelaide United. And bounces high and Clark loses out there, but up against Wooten and in the back, and he's going to win the free kick, does Wooten. And they're just saying, how is it any different to the first one? As Clark was in the back. But funny enough, I think it looked like he had a point.
Yeah.
When this ball went up high, he has jumped and...
Yeah, so we've got two Ultra supporters today. We've got the typical Adelaide United Ultras that tend to follow them around, and we've got the Burks Ultras. Did I see a mascot here as well?
There was someone dressed up as an eagle. Yes.
Eddie?
Is it Eddie?
I
have no idea. I don't know what. Yes, I don't know what Birkalla call their eagle. I might have to ask him in at half time what they call their mascot. But I did see him out before the game as Grelly will get us underway for Adelaide United.
Maybe one of the injured boys that can't play has to don the mascot.
Well, it certainly wasn't Sakani. He was this side when that was here. As player goes down and the ref says play on now. He's called the free kick back.
Yeah, the locals are getting a little bit upset here, but it was clearly a foul. It was a bit late. Just the Adelaide United boys.
I think they're
big exuberant.
Yeah, I think the other thing they're questioning is why theirs wasn't called when Anajanto went down for the same thing a little bit earlier. Actually, just looking at the replay, Conway didn't actually touch him, to be fair. So,
and just thinking about it as well, like Will Plush, he was a really good player here with Burks.
Here's Clarkson Thomas. He's going to line one up, but that's easy for Cox to take. And there was the Will Plush that played here, yes. I remember he scored numerous goals actually for Birkalla in the past.
It's a bit of a homecoming for him as well.
As the ref says play on and Anajanto comes away with it. And the pressure goes inside to Blackwood. As the Adelaide United player is still down and it looks like it's Grelly that's just got back to his feet.
He's been in a couple of battles, Grelly. He's came off a little bit before saying his ankle's a bit sore now his arm's a bit sore. It's only going to get worse, my friend.
It certainly has been a relatively physical affair this evening.
Yeah. Both
players certainly not taking a step back in those challenges as we approach half-time. 41 minutes now played here at Jack Smith Park in the RAA NPLSA as Conway nutmegs Dalton but loses out. And that's going to go all the way back to Ndambuki, who goes long looking for Wooten. He falls under the pressure from Anajanto, then pops one from Anajanto when he cleared it. Here's Tsakonis now for Birkalla. Does well to put his foot on it. Birkalla happy just to pass the ball around now and keep possession as they go all the way back to Vidmar.
Welcome to the home of the Burks. I'll show you how tough it is and then I'll kick the ball in your face.
I think Anajanto would do that anywhere, wherever he's playing. I reckon I saw him do that a few times at Olympic when he was younger as well. As Versace tucks inside to Dalton. Dalton goes wide to Taladero. Back to Dalton. Adelaide United now able to put their foot on it and keep the ball for a moment. He's in Dambuki.
Yeah, 42 minutes here. It's quick. Have a look at other games around tonight. Metro Stars have managed to get one against Croydon. They're 1-0 up, and Playford they've scored a goal and they're 2-1 up now against West Adelaide. They're at the 44th minute, so they started a fraction earlier than us.
We did, as we were slightly late here in kicking off, as Matsumoto goes down the line looking for Ayubi. He loses out to Taladere, and then he goes long, and the flag goes up on this near side for offside, and they'll just take it back from where the offside was. And the live standings currently, Adelaide City currently top by 3 points. Birkalla sitting second. Metro Stars in third on 44 points. 1 point behind West Torrens Birkalla. Playford in fourth. FK Beergrad in fifth. Croydon in sixth. Adelaide United with this point currently in seventh. On equal points, but just the difference in goals is separating them and Croydon at the moment. As Adelaide United Wooten almost keeps that in, and then Jenna will take the throw. Finds Blackwood. Jano goes through the first tackle and keeps the ball. Here's Welsh under pressure straight away, and he does well to find Andy Janto. Ref says play on. He looks over the top. Here's Conway now in behind. Conway gets there, but the flag's gone up for offside.
Must have been pretty close, but you know, the assistant referees are spot on. It was right there, so take his word. We don't have VAR,
fortunately.
Yeah. It's a good thing.
As Cox goes along, Matsumoto's going to compete against Taladere, and Cabazo picks it up. He goes wide to Versace on that far side. Up against Matsumoto now. Matsumoto wins out relatively easily too. Plays it inside to Welsh. Welsh can't find Klassen Thomas, and Phyllis picks it up. Here's Koenig. He looks for the switch and looking for, I think, Taladere or Versace. It's Versace on that far side in that high position, and Welsh gets there. Here's Klassen Thomas now.
That's what probably Burks have to do a lot more of. They just got to use their physicality into Klassen Thomas, play at the ball into him and just feed off him, or do the same to Blackwood.
Yeah, Blackwood, quite a night than what I would expect from him in his form so far this season. He's doing well, but it just I've seen him play a lot this year, and he's normally running the show, just not running the show is what I've seen. That's a great ball in, but cut out by Phyllis, and Matsumoto almost gets there for Birkalla. Just shows you the pressure that Adelaide United are applying. And here's Wooten through the middle now.
3v2.
Wooten forced wide by Vidmar, gets his shot away, but straight at Harpers, and Harpers holds onto it and then distributes early to Conway. That was well played there from Wooten. He's certainly showing his stuff tonight. Great effort there, wasn't it, Theo?
How quick do they just go forward and just combine so well? The ability... Oh, he's one dangerous position here.
Here's Cabazo loses... not Cabazo, it's Mupandawanda. He's in the box. Claim for a penalty, but waved away as Clark clears, and Taladere can't keep that one in, as you were saying, Theo.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying how quick they transition. I mentioned it before, and you mentioned it as well, how quick they move the ball forward using their strength, which is basically lots and lots of speed. So how quick can you go forward? Well, these guys can go very quickly.
They certainly can. They've got the pace, they've got the youthful exuberance.
Well, there's a lot of young coaches out there that teach their teams to win the ball higher up the park, and when they win it, don't play backwards, play forwards, and let's see how quickly we can go. And they're really exposing Burks, probably not used to this speed. So let's see if they can continue doing it, because I do think they don't have the physicality to go for the full 90, but stand to be corrected.
Goes long. Vidmar gets there first in front of Mupandawana. Here's Anajanto. He goes line looking for Blackwood. Is the flag going to go up? And it does go up eventually for offside as we tick over into time added. Can't be too much longer to go as we do tick into 47 minutes played here at Jack Smith Park in the RAA NPLSA. And the ref now does blow for half-time. And Theo, what'd you make of that first half?
Look, on the balance of play, Berks would be probably not happy that they're 1-0 because they have had some really good chances and probably should be up by a couple goals. But, you know, Adelaide United will be very happy because they've taken take one of their 2 chances that they've had. And, it's 1-0. All to play for in the second half.
It's certainly is here at Jack Smith Park. All to play for with both sides needing to win to have, for different reasons, Adelaide United to play finals football again this year. Birkalla hoping that FK Beergrad can do a favour for them and get a result in their game against Adelaide City. But first of all, Birkalla need to win here at Jack Smith Park. It is 1-1. We're going to take a quick break. Join us for the second half shortly.
First touches, first goals, first big moments. This is where football comes back to being football. Fast, technical, unpredictable, and always fun. Football Fives is built for players who still love the game, but play it their way. More touches, more movement, more moments that actually matter. Whether you're fitness, chasing wins, or just chasing that feeling of playing again, this is where your game fits. Different divisions, different levels, one shared love of football. Football Fives, football that works around life, not the other way around.
Introducing Carl's Jr. Star Boxes for taste and value that's out of this world. Choose a tasty ranch, original, Santa Fe or barbecue double cheeseburger and grab a small fries, all for only $6.95. Carl's Jr. Eat like you mean it.
I just want to make an impact.
Hop in.
Where are we going?
There are so many career paths with SAPOL, from operations to CSI. You could walk the beat or work somewhere a little quieter. If you want to make a difference, there's a career at SAPOL for you.
Hey, it's going to be all right.
Call up the search.
Find where you belong in blue. Search SAPOL Careers.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Hits it, and what a hit it is, and that makes it 4-1. Ivanic unleashes with his left.
He's through on goal, he's struggling to the far side. An Olympic have broken the deadlock. It's Milson Park, ready through. Satira's there, he's got a first chance at it, blocked, second chance at it. Great stop there by Oxenham, it's broken to Molas. And that's a fine goal to open the scoring for RD Molas. Now, just outside the box, faces Van der Hout, he's onto his left, swings the shot in. Oh, that's a cracker! Passing it, John scores a banger.
An injury on the weekend? Our walk-in sports injury clinic is open Saturdays and Sundays to support you. Located ground floor, Calvary Adelaide Hospital, Wakefield Sports and Exercise Medicine Clinic is keeping you moving.
I love refereeing because it's a challenge, you know, to go out to try and get the right decision, manage some of the egos or the personalities, knowing that you've got all these different types of people at play. And it's actually been a good life school as well. I started refereeing junior games on the Sunday. I was playing in senior football on the Saturday, so I felt like, you know, making some money. I think I was a decent player back then. You know, I could have stayed around and played senior football in NPL, but I decided to go refereeing, and I've gotten the National League much quicker than if I was as a player. Probably wouldn't have made it as a player, to be honest. Just kind of never looked back and was happy to progress. But I think people should try refereeing. I think it's a great tool to realise, you know, how you can also contribute to part of the game. There's pathways. Definitely it can be a rewarding career.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
We are unbelievably proud to announce today a partnership with Variety, the children's charity, which will result in a scholarship fund for children within the state who are in need of help to participate in the game. The total amount of the fund is going to be $100,000, which is a significant amount, but it's going to support young children access football in the state.
One of the many trademarks that Variety has really is about inclusion and joy and community. And this scholarship partnership speaks to all of that. It allows children to be involved. It allows children from a community program to be involved. across all communities, and above all, will provide them with a great sense of joy.
There'll be 3 tiers of scholarships. One of those is a participation scholarship up to $2,000. There will be 2 grants provided for pathway program players up to $5,000, and tier 3 will be an inclusion scholarship between $500 and $1,000 to support young kids under the age of 18 whose families need support to access the game. We think it's a really important project that we've been working on for a period of time. Variety are an amazing charity. They provide so much support to the local community. And the partnership's been made with Variety and Football South Australia contributing equally to the fund to the tune of a total amount of $100,000. We think it's an exciting development for the game in the state, and it's with great pride that we announced that today.
This is where it starts. First touches, first goals, first big moments. Where confidence grows, where skills get sharper, where friends become teammates, and teammates become mates for life. Football Fives is fast, it's fun, and it's built for players who just want to play. More touches, more chances, more moments to try, learn, and go again. Here, every player is part of the game. Every pass matters. Every goal feels big. Whether you're starting out, building confidence, or just love being on the ball, Football Fives is your game. Football Fives. Play more, learn faster, love the game.
Good evening, welcome back to Jack Smith Park for round 22 of the RA8 NPLSA. Alongside me, Theo Milonas. Theo, interesting first half, big second half coming.
Yeah, balance of play, I did suggest that Berg did have it, but look, they've got to do something. if they really want a chance of this first, they do have a way of finding goals. They are kicking to the cop end, as I used to say it. So I do expect them to score some goals, but just got to be careful for this young Adelaide United squad.
They certainly do, as Birkalla will get this second half underway on the whistle, and here we go for Birkalla, kicking from left to right in their traditional black kits, yellow socks with the yellow frontages. That's early through to Blackwood. He's met by Ndambuki, and that's out for a throw-in, and Adelaide United playing in there, funny enough, Brad.
Yeah. Well, it looks like their A-League team is playing.
Here's Claston Thomas into the box, back to Ayubi. Blackwood. They did say in the first half that Adelaide United are playing a lot of youngsters in this game, as we discovered with their regular first team going away for the Iton Cup in the Netherlands. You can watch that actually on the Adelaide United YouTube channel if you want to tune in. So a lot of these players don't have a lot of experience at NPL level. It's more NPL reserves level. And this one's going to be swung in by Claston Thomas on the far side. Goes near post, cleared by Taladera. Sakonis wins that header, and Claston Thomas does keep it in and looks to go line. And he is coming back from an offside position, and Adelaide United will get us underway.
Yeah, so I think there was a couple of moments that I was thinking about in the first half what Burks could have done a bit better, and I think Stav would have highlighted this, is that
ball's gone through, and Harpers claims that one right on the edge of his box. As you were saying,
yeah, no, I was just about to say is what he would have asked them to do is, you know, get your head up a little bit more. There was a couple of occasions then the Burks ran through like a 4v2 or 3v2 situation. They played the wrong ball, so it's very unlike Burks. I think Taladera copped one.
There's Claston Thomas into the box. It falls for Ayubi, and Cox out well, smothers beautifully, and now we're going to rest for the whistle is blown as Taladera is with a head injury there.
Yeah, I think it's his ear.
I think
it's.
He's just saying get off the pitch, because he knows that if the trainer comes on, he then has to go off.
Yeah.
But he did just cop a bit of a knock to the head from his own player. I think it was, as I do have the replays actually at the moment, as the ball did go long, and yeah, it was his own player that just clipped him on the ear.
Yeah, and just as he went down, they sent a couple of young boys to warm up, but obviously Fabian knows his body, and it was quite an unfortunate, but it's a football injury. It's all good.
It isn't. So it'll take more than that to get Taladera off the park, as Cox goes long, looking for Wooten, and Annie Jando cuts that one out. And Sakonis picks up the second ball, goes all the way back to Clark, and he's probably going to go all the way back to Harpers. Harpers, with time, finds Anajanto.
And we'll flip the script there, because if that was Burks in an attacking position and they were just about to have a shot at goals, United having a shot at goals, not Burks, clearly wake up Theo, wake up Jeff, then they would have continued with the shot as well. So
yeah. Certainly would have, as Harpers delivers that beautifully out to Matsumoto now. Matsumoto cuts inside. Matsumoto now goes inside for Claston Thomas, but can't find him, and Dalton does well and almost gets himself into a little bit of trouble. Matsumoto was there quickly, but Cox out off his line quickly and claims that one, and Matsumoto felt the brunt of that.
Yeah, Cox, he went straight out for that ball. Anything that was in his way was his.
Exactly right, and that's how it should be. Great goalkeeping there from Cox, as he did come out strong and quick off his line, and certainly claimed it, but in the process claimed Matsumoto as well.
Yeah, I think he's holding. I think when he went down, he hit his knee. But yeah.
As again, I can have a look at this. It all started from a Dalton slip, actually, unfortunately, and just a strong challenge between the two.
It's got a bit too. Ryder will learn from that. He just got a bit too anxious. He got a bit too anxious there, and didn't have that much time, and they closed him down very, very quickly, and he'll learn from that.
This will just add some time to the end of the game as we do go to One World LED and Sportive Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. And the scores around the grounds as most games have kicked their second half off. Metro Stars still leading Croydon 1-0. Para Hills losing to Adelaide Comets 3-0. Campbelltown still 3-0 up over Sturt Lions. Playford back in front against West Adelaide 2-1. West Torrens and Adelaide United here obviously 1 apiece. And FK Beergrad 0, Adelaide City 1. So we'll have to keep an eye. That's the game we need to keep an eye on for Birkalla.
They have to take be like Elvis and take care of business here. If they can't take care of business, then it doesn't really matter what happens.
Exactly right. It does not matter if they can't get the win.
And we've seen many Burke's performances here when they are running in this direction, somehow manage to find a goal.
They certainly do. As they are kicking to, as you said, the cop end. It is their favoured end. They try and kick this one second half every week.
Well, we don't have to call it the cop end, but let's call it the highway end.
The highway end, yes.
Because it's the cop is not your club. So let's call it the highway end.
Highway end.
It's a bit more unique.
It's a fair shout.
Unfortunately, they can't put any supporters outside. No,
they've got the big West Torrens Birkalla signage there and a tall fence, which means you'd actually be outside of the ground behind that goal. As Matsumoto makes his way off eventually and looks to be okay to continue. As Cox has the drop ball and play is back underway, and that's probably about 3 minutes there. So should have at least 3 minutes of time added at the end of this game as Terry Phillips comes forward and weighs up his options.
Yeah, quite often with that time as well, you think, oh, there's 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes and the game's over and the score and the referee just blows it a little bit early.
I don't think he'll be blowing the whistle early this evening, considering what is on the line, as that's powered forward from Andy Jansen, and Conway eventually picks it up. Here is Conway. Sakonis gets past one, does very well to keep control and finds Welsh eventually. Welsh looks to clip it in, but that's cut out. Tyson Thomas can't quite beat Taladero to it, but Sakonis is going to pick up the loose ball for Birkalla. And here is Conway on the far side against Koenig. Cuts inside onto his right and finds Sakonis. Sakonis then back to Conway, stays on side, delivers. Cut out by Phyllis. Cleared, but only as far as Matsumoto. Matsumoto to Ayubi. Ayubi looks to go the long way round. Looks to go past Versace. He's into the box. Crosses, great ball in. The far post, and eventually it's still there and cleared eventually by Phyllis. It managed to stay in by Conway. And Phyllis eventually just put his boot through her, and now Adelaide United able to counter. Dalton goes wide to Wooten, but that's cleared by Anajanto, and Conway can't quite keep that one in.
What I was actually thinking in my head as that play was transpiring, it was like, I want actually Austin to do a bit, impose himself a bit. And then he went and done that. Fantastic run, ball across. It should have been 2-1.
Should have been. It was a great ball across, and neither Blackwood, Classen Thomas, or Conway could get on the end of it. Here is Blackwood. It goes inside for Classen Thomas, and that's going to go all the way up for a goal kick.
I've conceded far too many goals like that on FIFA. I get behind and tuck that. I actually call them cheat goals. You have to score from outside the box when you play against me. Can't be tap-ins.
Here's Ethan Cox. He goes long looking for Wooten on that far side, and Vidmar's going to get there first and goes all the way back to Harpus. Dealt with, and Harpus, and quick throw out to Anajanto on the far side, and Anajanto's now able to get down the line, and he's going to clip it in, but Conway's not going to be able to get on the end of that one. That will go all the way through for a goal kick.
Yeah, the problem is when you're playing against this Adelaide United team, you're forward, you have a lot of the ball and you have a lot going forward, so that back line need to stay really sharp, stay nice and compact, and watch those second runs, those midfielders as well. So I think Takonis' positioning has to be really on point this half.
Comets have gone from 3-0 to 5-0 in the space of 3 minutes, as that's a free kick there to Koenig from Anajanto. So they went 3-0 and then it was 5-0 from 50 and 53 minutes.
Okay.
still has no bearing on this game whatsoever. But again, that will be a State League 1 battle in 2027. Adelaide Comets and Para Hills both being relegated some weeks ago now. Well, actually officially confirmed last week.
The question is, how many of those current players will be at their squads next year?
That will be the interesting thing. Is Adelaide United down the right flank trying to get the ball in. And that was a challenge. And Anajanto's gone down. He certainly copped a couple tonight, has Anajanto, and that's wide to Ayubi. Here is Austin Ayubi up against Taladera. And I'm sure that was actually a battle while Ayubi was at Adelaide United as well.
Would have been a training ground battle.
Certainly, Sukonis looks to go in behind the Taladera for Ayubi, and Ayubi's going to get there. Both holding each other, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Ayubi turns, looks to play Blackwood, and wins the free kick in the end.
They were both holding each other's tops. I just think Fabian was maybe just pulling a little bit harder, and Austin was better at hiding it.
Birkalla now have a free kick in a dangerous position, and it does allow the tall timber to go forward of Birkalla. And Ayubi on this one, it does leave Klassen Thomas in the middle this time as well, instead of Klassen Thomas taking it. Ayubi goes low, cleared by Phyllis. Further by Mupandawana, but he's tackled by Ayubi. Ayubi now met by Adelaide United defenders. Here's Conway on the far side. Goes wide to Welsh. Welsh in the box. Crosses looking for Blackwood, but cut out there by Phyllis. Great defensive header. Klassen Thomas gets there first. Here's Ayubi. Matsumoto now goes inside to Ayubi again. Great turn there from Ayubi. He's able to deliver. Crosses. Conway can't quite get there. Welsh hits it, and he's put that one wide.
Wowzers. How many times have you seen that ball go across and hit a Birkalla person? Just unfortunately couldn't hit it then. But yeah, look, Burks are piling on the pressure now. They really want to get that second goal, and they keep on knocking that door down. But currently the wall's still standing up. The house is still standing. They're going to blow a bit harder.
Well, the wind certainly isn't blowing hard here at all.
I just would say the jacket's coming out.
No, not yet. Not yet. We're all good so far. Here's Matsumoto, finds Blackwood.
They breed him tough down south.
Actually, I'm from the north.
Even tougher.
As that's going to go out for a corner.
Where do you reside, though? In the west? In the south, though?
I reside in the south, born and raised in the north. I'm actually an Elizabeth boy for 22 years.
There you go. Well,
and then moved to the UK, and then when I came back, we moved south.
Okay. So you're going to be tough. Down north and south, they're very tough.
So what are you saying about the east and the west?
We're weak.
You said I'm not saying a word.
That's the truth. If you have a team of just west side boys or east side boys that just get pounded every single time, you need the south and north boys to toughen them up.
As that was cleared, and eventually Ayubi picks it back up on the far side. And eventually Wooten wins the free kick off Ayubi.
Stav walking pensively up and down in his box.
He's certainly pacing and getting his steps up this evening is Stav Galekis, coach of Birkalla, as Sukonis wins that one well, but well read there by Grelly. Grelly bursts forward. Klassen Thomas keeps him under pressure and eventually wins the free kick off Klassen Thomas.
Yeah, there was a little bit disappointing there because, I could see that pass from here, and you knew that pass was going very well read there by the young United defence.
So he did. It was
telegraphed.
Yeah, it certainly was. Here's Bo Versace now for Adelaide United. Taladera inside to Mupandawana in the end. Back to Dalton. Here's Koenig. Tackled by Anajanto, and it's a free kick for Adelaide United right on the edge of the box. Dangerous position here, Theo.
Yeah, Will Plush would want to take this himself as a lefty. I'm not too, I think Fabian will probably want this. Or Ryder Dalton might be interested in this. Bay Versace could be interested in this.
That was Taladera, pull rank.
He'll pull rank.
As he should do.
Yeah, Dalton's going to walk away from it because I've seen Dalton take some amazing free kicks. I can show you some footage as well.
Luton looks like he's got his hands on the ball, but Taladera's eventually taken it, and the refs put the ball into position. Claston Thomas is just making sure the ball doesn't move from that position. He was certainly insistent on that as Taladera lines this one up.
It's actually a perfect spot for a lefty.
As we've even got the draft excluder in, and a very tall wall, I have to admit. They've poured all the tall timber into this wall as Taladera lines this one up. Taladera goes low, straight to Harpers. Harpers fumbles, but quick enough to regain possession.
Yeah, I was didn't think it was going to go over that wall, but there was coverage under, just in case. A bit like Telstra, they've got excellent coverage everywhere.
They're not a sponsor, we don't have to worry about them.
Okay. Well, hopefully they are next year.
However, one of our sponsors does have coverage all over the state, and that is the RAA. So chat to a local who backs you and your team. Be a member with RAA.
It's a good segue.
I hope you were going to say that. As it looks like Adelaide United may be going to their bench.
Looks like Joel Oshiang is a centre back. I don't know who'll come. Might come for Dylan and Mbuki. I just butchered his name.
As Clark, ball for Birkalla. The sub will have to wait as Matsumoto just manages to keep that one in and just knocks it into the middle of the park. But Blackwood makes something of it and then slips. Here's Grelly. Versace now. Taladera down the line. To Cabazo. Cabazo now weighs up his options. Crosses. And Harpers claims. He releases to Anajanto. That substitution's going to have to wait just a little bit longer. Ayubi drops it in for Welsh. Welsh then looks to find Ayubi over the top. Finds Ayubi in a bit of space. He's up against Ndambuki. Cuts inside. Looks for Conway. Finds him in the box. Conway. Great tackle there from Phyllis. Conway thought he had just a little bit more time to get around him, but beautifully dealt with and then cleared. And Vidmar goes all the way back to Harpus, and then he clears, and the ball still stays in play. What a delightful ball that was from Ayubi.
And that was a brilliant touch there by Nathan and Hunto. So it was, so in that position, if that was Blackwood or Carson Thomas, they would have taken touch hit. You think?
Possibly. Conway was trying to find just half a yard to finish that one, as Ndambuki does clear in the end, and it will now allow them to make that sub, I think. I haven't actually... Here we go. Now here is that sub, and it is Joel O'Shane coming on.
Taladera.
And it is Taladera making way. I'm going to hazard the guess. It will be a straight swap, and O'Shane will go straight into that left-back role. Let's see what happens. Taladera, one of the most experienced players in the lineup for Adelaide United, makes way. As O'Shane does go on, and it's...
I reckon he would play
He's
more
going
as
on to the right-hand side.
Yeah, he'll play as a 2.
And Koenig's come across to the left side. So Koenig's just swapped sides as that's a long throw in. Blackwood wins the flick. Cox claims. He looks to release, but does so eventually. And Pandalina can't claim it, and it's handball.
Excellent distribution once again by Ethan. He'd be happy with his distribution so far.
Here's Claston Thomas now for Birkalla. He's going to hit it first time, and he did notice Cox off his line, but he just couldn't keep it under the bar.
Yeah, that was actually really good. It was actually quite clever. Sawyer would have scored. But, Dylan did everything right except hit the target. It's just, he did notice that Coxie loves being off his line.
as most keepers do these days. They certainly play a lot higher than what they used to.
Did you used to play high, a bit higher? Or are you a bit more drawn back to the line?
Mate, I'd sit on the halfway line if I could.
Want to get touches on the ball?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I certainly played higher than the old school keepers, that's for sure. As that's flicked through, but it's going to go all the way through to Harpus. And I certainly like to play higher than the old school keepers and try and get involved with the game where I could.
Well, quite often in this game, especially with young children, they don't use that goalkeeper as a player. So a good goalkeeper can set everything up. They can see everything and set everything up.
That's what they're there to do, organise. As Clark goes long looking for Ayubi, is he going to keep this one in? He does keep it in very well. Eventually it goes back to Phyllis. Back to Grelly. Grelly now in the corner. He plays Phyllis. He plays out, but Sakonis wins that one, and that's going to probably go out. No, Matsumoto does well to keep it in. And Versace then does well to clear. And what a great ball that was to Wooten. Wooten now up against Anajanto.
Speed.
Anajanto uses all his experience against that speed and deals with it beautifully as Anajanto comes away with it.
Wow, that was excellent, expertly done. Anyone watching at home, that's how you defend 1v1.
Certainly was very well done there by Anajanto. And here's Conway now.
Get down low and go, go, go.
Finds Tyson Thomas. Welsh. Flag eventually goes up for offside, and I would say that was for Klassen Thomas in that first initial pass.
Approaching the 70th minute.
And thanks to One World LED Sport Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. We do have a goal back in the Para Hills game. They've scored one, but they've also had a player sent off.
Yeah.
So they're down to 10 men, but they've scored. Croydon and Metro still 1-0 in the way of Metro. Campbelltown still 3-1, or now 3-1 over Sturt Lions.
Pick the goal, yep.
And Playford still 2-1. Still 1-1 here, and Adelaide City still 1-0 up over FK Beergrad as Conway runs out of options but does win the free kick off of Pandawana on that far side.
So correct in saying you automatically come first place?
You play in the championship, yes. As that is cut out and cleared. So the minor premier, the winner of the 22-game season, as that's in behind for Klassen Thomas. Klassen Thomas doesn't want to sit for him, and he's shielded wide. A beautiful ball, but it just wouldn't sit for him at all. And as he looks to take on Versace and Koenig, and eventually Ayubi picks it up. He crosses. Ball in. Blackwood gets there, but can't quite guide that one. Goal bound, and it's out for a corner.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it just couldn't land for him. He was bouncing.
Didn't want to sit for him.
Yeah.
But no, so the winner of the round of the 22 leagues,
yes.
22-game season, they then become our representatives in the Australian Championship.
Yep.
So everything to play for that national stage.
That's a fair reward for coming top.
After 22 games, it certainly is.
Wouldn't that be nice if that was the case in WNPL as well?
They don't have, unfortunately, the Australian Championship, as that ball swung in by Klassen Thomas. Welsh gets there, falls for Conway. Conway hits it. And Ajanto actually blocked it, and eventually it's out for a goal kick. Not sure what Birkalla are questioning. They're questioning whether it's a corner or not, but it looked like a handball from Anajanto in the first place when it did hit him.
Yeah.
But eventually it's given as a goal kick.
Decision's done. Let's
move on.
Move on.
As we approach the last 20 minutes of this game here at Jack Smith Park in the RAA NPLSA. Currently, those times Birkalla, the home side, 1. Adelaide United 1 as Cox goes long looking for Mupandawana, who's well forward. Here's Kabazo. Mupandawana now cleared by Sakonis. Very clever from Adelaide United there. Mupandawana just sitting in an offside position, but you can't be from a goal kick, so
very smart.
And with Cox's, the way he distributes, he was able to find him. Eventually Birkalla did well to deal with that one. He sends that one wide, and Jano's going to let that one go out of play on the far side.
I think I've seen Barcelona do that a couple of times. They, from a goal kick, they go direct and everyone allows them time to then play out from the back the way they want to.
And bad news for Birkalla and their fans as Adelaide City have taken a 2-0 lead over FK Beergrad.
Vas be very happy.
Certainly will be. As that's long and that's going to bounce awkwardly, but Phyllis deals with that one quite well. As that shot is hit by Cabazo and blocked in the end. Classen Thomas finds Ayubi now wide. As we see the flashing lights of the Ambos go past on the highway end. Ayubi, Classen Thomas now. Classen Thomas hits it, but blocked by Phyllis and out for another corner for Birkalla.
That one definitely is a corner, that one. Yeah.
FK Beergrad now.
All to do.
All to do. Let's have a look at that live ladder, see if that changes anything in the standings as we speak, and it does mean with Croydon still losing. Croydon in 6th, FK Beergrad in 5th, Playford in 4th on goal difference.
It will be changed here if Adelaide United get a goal.
Certainly will be. As Classen Thomas will take this corner with his left foot this time. Goes far post, looking for Blackwood. Welsh is there, and that's over the bar for a goal kick.
My question is, in theory, let's just say, hypothetically, Adelaide United get a result here and they win, and they make the 6.
Yep.
Will their boys be back for the finals next week?
Yeah, because the Otten Cup is only a week, I think.
Okay.
So they'll be back I'd say they'll be back in time for that game next weekend.
Okay. Bit of incentive there for the younger generation. Choice of a new generation.
Cox goes long. Won't work this time as the ball's played to Cox first. It wasn't direct from the goal kick. But Cox goes long looking for Matsumoto. Matsumoto's probably going to get there in front of Koenig, and he does. Matsumoto up against Koenig. Goes inside. Here's Ayubi. Pushed off the ball and held by Grelly, and the ref says play on. A lot of shirt holding there as that ball's played over the top, and Wooten is offside.
Yeah.
Birkalla now getting the ball underway quickly, starting to speed up and starting to get a little bit nicky, sort of.
Yeah, a bit of tense, quite tense.
Yes, some simple fouls and a little bit of pushing and shoving going on that the ref's letting play at the moment.
It did look like Austin Ayubi was being held there, but for the bet, we're 50 metres away, so we.
Exactly right, that's it. As Phyllis does well, he wins it back, and that's a battle there between him and Sakonis. Ref says play on. Both had high boots.
I like that. Well done, ref.
Both high, both chest. Both of them were chest high there. I don't think I could get my foot that high in these days. They certainly could.
It's like an MMA fight.
But no danger play there at all.
Yeah, Burke's looking to put Ibrahim on and Yates, I think. I would suggest they'll be going very, very attacking. Maybe a change of shape, knowing Stav.
As things stand, it will mean that they'll finish second. Metro will still finish third, even though they are beating Croydon at the moment. As Welsh switches that to Conway. Conway inside to Matsumoto. Gets it back. Here's Conway in the box. Looks to cross. It falls kindly for Ayubi. Ayubi now looks to get through, but Phyllis there again. Clears. Sakonis does well. He gets onto the end of this one. Keeps it in. Crosses. Drifts in, but Ndambuki clears that one. Here's Matsumoto. Conway now. Birkalla applying the pressure. Conway looks to shoot, and that goes over the bar, and it will mean that Birkalla will make that change, I would say now.
Yeah. They were looking... that was a really good run, really good play there by Burke. So recycling the ball, getting it into good positions. I think Conway had an opportunity to play the ball out to someone else, but then he went for a shot, and he actually went for a strike.
Surprising to see Welsh make way. And the other change is Matsumoto. So Amir Ibrahim will go straight into the right back role. Yates will go straight into the middle of the park.
Yeah, so probably not a change of shape. maybe Ibrahim.
Just more personnel. Ibrahim
Yeah.
will go straight into right back.
Will be a very attacking right back too.
He will be, yes. And Yates will go into the 6, which will allow Sakonis to play higher up the park now. He'll move up alongside Blackwood, and Yates will just sit in and protect the back 4. Anajanto does find Yates, and that's Yates' first touch. Anajanto. Here's Conway. Sakonis does well to recover and looks to play Clark, but Ibrahim will get his first touch, not where he wants it, but there's his first touch for the night as well. He'll now weigh up his options. Goes inside to Sakonis, out to Ayubi now. Ayubi says to Amir Ibrahim, get down that line, and he has. Ibrahim now up against Grelly. Finds Ayubi. Ayubi now goes square to Yates. If that was on Yates' right, he would have hit it. He finds Klassen Thomas. Klassen Thomas now. Will it sit for him? Does well, and he pokes it through Cox's legs, and it makes it 2-1.
Once again, they find another way through. Well done, the Burks there. That was, like I said, it was coming. They've knocked the door down so many times. And unfortunately there for Adelaide United, they actually did knock the door down, and the house is down on the second occasion. But Dylan, we talked about Dylan Klassen Thomas not scoring enough goals. He literally stayed patient there, stayed composed, an excellent feat, and just found a goal. So well done there.
Adelaide United just arguing with Judah Tan, the assistant referee here, about that goal. As you were saying, Klassen Thomas just had to wait. The ball just didn't want to sit, and eventually it came down. He waited, and then he was able to get the ball through Ethan Cox's legs and into the back of the net. And the Adelaide United boys just questioning the goal. They're not happy about it, but the refs made his decision. It is 2-1.
Well, I said they're going to take care of business at home, and they're clearly taking care of business. Unfortunately, LA City is winning 2-0, but it, I think Adelaide United are looking to make some changes. Koenig's off, and I think Toure's coming on, and Siros.
As Koenig does make way, as does Cabazo and Koenig. So they're the two players making way. Coming on, number 59 is Ross Siros.
Yep.
And number 89, Amara Torre.
Amara is a natural 9. Loves scoring goals. If he scores, expect a double, triple suplex backflip.
He likes to celebrate his goals with the flips. There's nothing wrong with that.
Likes to shoot too, yeah. And Ross can play centrally, can play right, left.
That's gone long, looking for Mupandawana, and that's out off him and out for a throw-in.
I think Ryder's now gone back into a left back 5 for those watching at home.
Dalton's gone back into left back, which is funny enough. He did say that at the start of the game that he could play into that left back role, but I'm a little bit worried because every time someone goes in the left back, they come off.
They come off, yeah.
But he's gone into that left back role, and Siros has gone into the middle of the park, and his Klassen Thomas now able to find some space and play Conway. Conway now on that far side, up against O'Shane. Cuts inside, and then finds Klassen Thomas in some space. Klassen Thomas in the box, onto his right, and that flag has gone up. The ref hasn't seen it, now he has, and it's offside. Another great finish there, but that one doesn't count either. That's the third one tonight.
No, that's the third one. Third time unlucky still.
And as you mentioned, Torre as a 9, he's gone straight into that 9 role. Mupandawan has come out onto this left side, and Wooten has gone out to the right as we approach 80 minutes played. Only 10 minutes plus time added, or just over 10 minutes plus time added left in this game for Birkalla and Adelaide United. If Adelaide United don't get anything out of this game, that is their season done and dusted for the 2026 season. No finals for them as Yates turns and then falls and wins a free kick.
Yates is normally dealing out those tough bumps then, but he was on the receiving end of one.
But he certainly knows how to close up shop, does Yates, at this time stage of the game when you're leading. Great player to be able to bring on and defensively solidify that midfield. He'll win you free kicks.
The amount of times that they've been down or needing to find a goal, and they've somehow found a goal. It's a testament to the coaching and the squad that they have real belief and a level of resilience that a lot of teams really do lack.
They certainly do have a squad, does Birkalla. I was talking to Stav Galekis before the game about their squad and about how some clubs just don't quite have that squad to be able to push on so many fronts and continue their run as Baversace now picks it up. And we're talking actually about FK Beograd, how their squad has been thin this year with some injuries. Adelaide City have got a full squad, Birkalla full squad, that's why they're sitting top 2. Metro Stars another full squad, but being decimated by injuries this year has Metro Stars. So it's a testament to those that can manage a big squad, or not a big squad, but a squad that can stay fit. And when a player is missing, like a Sakani, you go, we're missing Sakani, but you don't notice it by the players that they are able to bring into the side.
Yeah, and it takes like a huge buy-in from all the players to say, you know what, everyone's got a role to play. And finals football is very different. It's not smooth, it ebbs and flows, and it's moments, and those squad players will make a huge difference.
They certainly will, as Dalton does well there to block Ayubi's run.
Very smartly done by Ryder.
Chat to a local who backs you and your team. Become a member with RAA, proud sponsors of the RAA NPLSA here in South Australia, and has been for a number of years, and long may it continue. Quick round the grounds, thanks to One World LED and Sportal System for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. With Metro Stars still 1-0 over Croydon with 10 minutes to play. Para Hills losing 5-1 to Adelaide Comets with 10 minutes to play. Also down a man. Sturt Line 3-1 down to Campbelltown. West Adelaide still losing 2-1 to Playford. West Torrens obviously here winning 2-1. And Adelaide City winning 2-0 against FK Beergraders. It looks like Birkalla are going to go to their bench again. And funny enough, nearly all the away teams are winning, apart from 2.
The one that we're watching.
And Metro Stars.
And Metro Stars.
So Adelaide, Birkalla now going to their bench. And it is Abdullahi coming on.
Jonathan Diorigo.
Two players coming off, certainly taking their time in Ayubi and Tyrese Conway. Certainly not being ushered off to be quick by any stretch of the imagination. Great shift by both players. As Dorigo will go to the... Well, actually, both players are heading out to that left side, so it'll be interesting to see who goes where. I would hazard the guess that Abdullahi will go out onto the left, Dorigo.
I reckon Dylan might go out to the right. Who knows?
Well, that's why we're... Oh, no, it looks like Anajanto. I know he's just taking the throw in. Just trying to work out what they were going to do now. Unless they go to a space, almost a 4-4-2, but we'll see what happens as Klassen Thomas picks it up. Able to get past 2, but not 3 Adelaide United players as Sakonis wins that one. And Anajanto caught a little bit late there, but play on, and Abdullahi on the ball now. Up against Ochang. Ochang wins out. Here's Grelly. He looks to clear and does so only as far as Vidmar, and Birkalla able to regain possession. And Theo, I'll give you the heads up now. You've got to start thinking about your 3-2-1s for this evening's clash as Klassen Thomas is in the offside position. And at this stage, with only a few minutes remaining, about 7+ time added, it looks like Adelaide City will take the crown and also represent SA on the national stage. Once again, back to the national stage for Adelaide City. It's been a long time coming.
Yep, well, they're a big club, big aspirations. Some people in the club I know, and they have big aspirations. They want to be back on the national stage. So you actually seen something this week about South Melbourne, seeing that unbelievably well done by Dylan. And well done by Satiri. Keep on fighting back.
It was a great battle and a great turn initially from Dylan Classen-Thomas.
Yeah, those old clubs, the Adelaide Cities, the old South Melbournes, wanting to come back in. And I really do believe they do have a space in our league. You know,
well, they certainly do. I think it's needed. It brings back the old school supporters, the people that do support. I mean, we've seen South Melbourne with a number of supporters at their last game against Adelaide United, as it looks like the last change for Birkalla to be made, and it is the one as to be expected that if Christophilos is coming on, and Argento will make way, and it looks like that's the case.
Yeah.
And Argento doing very well to waste time there, using all his experience, saying, who, me?
Yeah.
When everyone can clearly see that it is him that's coming off.
Yeah. He said, okay, which way do I walk that way? No. Me coming off? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Eventually, he makes his way off slowly. Now he's got to a jog. He does well to shake the ref's hand. All the tricks of the trade there from Nathan Argento, as to be expected. And Christophilos coming on, super sub for a better term, against Campbelltown. He came on, assist and a goal that evening from the corner and the free kick.
Yeah, magician of a set piece taker.
He's got a wonderful left foot. It's delightful as Sakonis knocks that one into Classen-Thomas, and he does well. Can't quite find Blackwood, but Yates wins it back. Here's Classen-Thomas on a hat-trick. Hits it, but sends that one too wide of Ethan Cox. Is it upright?
Well, he's currently leading my best player at the moment.
Player.
Who has to? He's scored 2 goals.
He's scored 2 so far. He is on a hat-trick. As Ndambuki goes long looking for Versace.
And George Blackwood has already said to us he's not going to score against his old team. He did it last round. He's not going to do it this one either.
There's still time. There's still 5 minutes or 4 minutes plus any time that is added. And like I said, there should be some time added. We've had a goal. We've had substitutions. We did have a stoppage in play.
Yeah.
So there should be at least, I would say 5 minutes at least. As Ibrahim goes line and Blackwood wins the free kick off Grelly. No changes around the ground, so it does look like Adelaide City will be minor premiers and representing South Australia on the national stage.
Harry Hills did score.
Yeah, they scored again. It's 5-2. They should have played with 10 men from the start. As that's delivered in and cleared by Ndambuki. Torre can't bring that under control, and it eventually goes back to Chris Christophilos. I do enjoy saying Chris Christophilos' name, to be fair.
CC Chips.
Oh no, it just flows, Chris Christophilos.
Yeah.
I do have to admit, as Blackwood does go wide to Christophilos, inside to Abdullahi now. Abdullahi looks to twist and turn his way past Ochang, and he goes line, but he can't keep that one in even with his pace.
Yeah, it was another highlight of the year. I remember the first time I saw Abdullahi playing, and I said, Mr. Talbot, what's he like? Oh, he's rapid. He certainly is.
Certainly showed it that night. Fearless under a bit of pressure, goes back to Cox, and Ethan Cox will clear, and that's out for a throw-in. Not the best clearance from Ethan Cox, but on his non-preferred foot, that's for sure.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that one. Didn't get his body around the ball, but it's been a long game. They had a lot to do. He got it out. That's the most important thing.
Looks like a long throw from Ibrahim, and it is into the box, looking for Classen-Thomas. Back to Ibrahim, but it's cut out, but Ibrahim does well to win it back into the box now. Ibrahim goes to Sakonis. Sakonis hits it, and great save there from Ethan Cox with his left hand over the top.
Is that a new way of, like... No, let me rephrase that question. It's actually not a new way. Is it a more modern way to save with your opposite hand?
Yes,
okay.
Because
what's the theory behind that?
Because if you think about it, if you go up with that shot there, it was onto Ethan Cox's right-hand side, so if he goes with his right, he's going against gravity to try and push his right hand up. As you dive, what's easier? Your left hand coming over the top and follow gravity, so your momentum swings that way.
There you go.
He does brilliantly there, as that's now delivered in, and Blackwood almost gets there. Phyllis clears only as far as Yates.
Okay, for all those at home that are aspiring goalkeepers, just had a lesson. Mr. Talbot was sending the invoice.
Well, I will submit that clip to the Federation for Save of the Week. Admittedly, they didn't recognise my last one that I sent through, which was Margouche the other week.
Oh.
His save for Croydon where he almost got beat from the halfway line. It was against FK Beergrad. Should have been, for me, it was save of the week, but it wasn't even in the top 4.
Okay,
It was, and funny enough, it was one of the best saves I've seen live, and even Margouche put it in his top 3 saves ever.
Wow.
And it didn't make top 4 for save of the week. I was very disappointed. However, just to make things right, it was my save of the week and topic for One Game at a Time podcast, which you can tune into on Wednesday nights if you want more football action from the NPLSA, the State League Ones, the WNPL and the WSL. We cover it all.
Yeah.
So it was my pick of the week and save of the week.
Yeah, it's great to listen to, great to watch, and quite often getting lots of guest appearances in.
We certainly aim for that, that's for sure.
All things football, it's excellent. Covers all women's game, men's game, it's really good.
As Ibrahim there just tries to knock out his own coach with that header, as we do move into 90 minutes. And Adelaide City have taken a 3-0 lead over FK Beergrad, and that is now the title with Adelaide City. As Ibrahim knocks that one up and Bay Versace brings it under control in the box. Great little back heel. Here's Mupandawanda, and he's curled that one just wide of Harpus's upright.
When's the last time Adelaide City won the title?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you, to be honest. Can't remember.
Well, there was a huge period then when they had, was it Mitriciani they were successful with?
Yep.
And Pezos.
Don't go back to Pezos, Sarah. That's when I played. That's when he won
everything.
He won, yeah, exactly.
And they were just winning everything back then.
They did, yes. That was around 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
I think it was 06, 07, 08. I think they may have done some real damage and won lots of things back then. So, because Metro won it in 2000. Metro won the grand final in 2005. I think, no, it was Adelaide City won it in 2005. So it was 05, 06 and 07. I reckon they went 3 in a row, I think. Because 2005 they beat Raiders, which was my team back then. As Ibrahim gets down the line, crosses it, cuts it back. Here's Dorigo, unable to find Klassen Thomas. And it's eventually out for a goal kick. They beat Raiders in the final that year. I played in that game. We also lost the cup final that year. Raiders, we lost the double.
Oh, okay. That would have been painful.
Yes, and we lost the double. We lost the cup final to FK Beergrad that year.
That would have hurt even more.
It certainly did. I still remember it now. As that's Long looking for Wooten on the far side up against Chris Christophilos. And
probably didn't get paid that week.
Well, it was finals, mate. You don't get paid for finals. As that's ball through for Abdullahi, but Cox reads out early, goes long, looking for Mupandawanda, and he gets there in front of Ibrahim. Inside to Wooten. Wooten now. Back to, I'm not sure who that was, sorry. Siros. He hits it, but blocked, and now ref says play on. And Vidmar comes away with it as we tick over 92 minutes played. And Vidmar wins a free kick. And there's only I think there'll still be at least another 2 minutes on top of what we've played so far. As I said, I'd expect 5 minutes of time added. Metro Stars have taken a 2-0 lead over Croydon. Parahill still losing 5-2 to Adelaide Comet Sturtline, 3-1 down to Campbelltown. West Adelaide still 2-1 down to Playford. And Adelaide City 3-0 over FK Beergrad. So the standings will remain as is. Adelaide City sitting top, Torrens Birkalla finishing second, Metro finishing third, Playford in fourth, FK Beergrad in fifth, Croydon in sixth, unless Adelaide United can get 2 late goals, as that's a switch out to Torre on the far side, but Chris Christophilos cuts that one out, and it's out for, no, Torre keeps it in and then tries to go round. Christophilos does so, inside to the box, Clark clears, only as far as Grelly, and Grelly thumps that one over the bar.
That was an excellent move down there on the right wing there by Toure. He beat his player with bucket loads of speed, got the ball across, and unfortunately they couldn't find that ball to just knock it in the back. Look, it would have been a little bit harsh on Burks if Adelaide United had scored there. I think Burks have had...
I was going to say, I think you're right there.
And a huge amount of opportunities. But stranger things have happened.
Certainly have, as Adelaide United need 2 goals to play finals with the current score lines. Here's Versace wide to Mupandawana. Mupandawana now up against Ibrahim. Goes line, cuts it across. Harper's down low to his left and saves. Great stop there from that cross.
Oh, yeah. The United boys have, they're all going for it now.
They've certainly played very well tonight, has Adelaide United. As the ref brings this game to a close, Theo, man of the match, your thoughts on the game as well?
Look, on the whole balance of play, people are viewing at home, you can disagree with me wholeheartedly, but I think Birkalla have deserved to win this game against a very young Adelaide United team who have done very, very well. Best player, Dylan Clarkson-Thomas, probably 2 goals. Could have scored a third and had enough chances to have scored 3 goals today. Second best player, it's a hard one because I think Tsakonis was everywhere, but I would say him a lot because he tends to get in the ball a lot and be quite obvious. So look, on the balance of play, Burks deserved to win. Dylan Clarkson-Thomas best on ground. And unfortunately, not enough for Burks tonight, as I predicted. But I did predict them to be a winning day today. But they did win, but they didn't win the title.
They certainly didn't, as that privilege has gone to Adelaide City, who have come away 3-0 winners over FK Beergrad and taken out the rounds, 22 rounds, finishing top of the table. Adelaide City now to represent SA on the national stage at the Australian Championship. We now move into finals football. Our top 6 is sorted. As we mentioned before, the top 6 finishing.
Yeah, congratulations to the top 6. To those that are going down, commiserations. Build up. But,
It does mean that Comets and Para Hills will play State League 1 in 2027 and start their rebuild. And as I said, Adelaide City, congratulations on taking out the title. Birkalla finishing second, Metro Stars in third, Playford in fourth, FK Beergrad fifth, Croydon in sixth, Adelaide United, Campbelltown, Sturt, West Adelaide round out the top 10. Those 4 sides not playing finals football, their seasons are done and they will start their rebuilds or their strengthening for 2027. That's all from myself. Theo, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
And thank you to all the viewers on the FSA League's YouTube channel for the 22 rounds of football. Let's see you all come finals time, which will start, I think, next week. It does certainly start next week, so stay tuned. If you want to flick over now to the Adelaide City, you'll see the trophy lift on the Adelaide City game. So head over to there now, and please, like I said, follow the FSA League YouTube channels. And good night, everyone.
Good night.